Hey, it's me again. This is vlog number 2. Okay, so I'm out here again. There's a lot of noise. I'm out. Unfortunately, I am not in the civilian world. I'm not off post. In order to go off post, I need to have a battle buddy because everywhere you go, you have to have a battle buddy in the army. And if you want to go off post, you have to have a battle buddy. It's just you always have to. In fact, you need 2 battle buddies. So I couldn't go off post today because I couldn't find 2 battle buddies that wanted to go off post with me, and I wasn't going to drag them along with me just because they didn't want to go. So I'm out by the PT field again. This time there's plenty of people out here, so I do not have to worry about them disappearing. It's very nice. News for today. My brother texted me last night, asked me if he could do a response to my vlog, so I think we're going to have it's kind of be like a co-blog thing. I don't know exactly how we're going to do it. Because I'm just going to post vlog videos whenever I can. And we're going to respond to each other's vlogs. I didn't see him post one yet. I'll have to talk to him about that. He might post one today. I'll work out the details with that, and it'll be explained in better detail on another video. There's a lot of noise. I noticed in the last video that there was this awkward noise in the background. Yeah, that doesn't turn off. It's some weird noise, and I don't have the video editing software to turn it off right now because I'm doing all of this off of my phone. Fun, right? Okay. Anyway, so that's the news. I've got a quick funny story about the day, and then we're going to go into what I'm actually going to talk about today, since it's not an intro anymore. Funny story. I was with my battle buddy. We were at the PX, and there's all different kinds of soldiers, and we were standing in line, and we saw the guy in front of us had patches on. And when you got patches, when you see someone with patches on, it's definitely someone of higher rank than you, because we don't get patches until we get to our unit. So he had unit patches on, so it was obvious someone was higher rank, but we thought it was like maybe a sergeant, maybe a captain, something like that. We had no clue because we were looking at his backside, and you can't tell from the backside. So, eventually we're standing there. Right as he gets up the cashier, he turns around, and we see a nice little bird on his chest right here. Yeah, he was a colonel. And so that awkward moment when you're standing behind a colonel in line. If you don't know, colonel's the first rank before general. It's the rank right before general. Well, brigadier general. Then it goes colonel, brigadier general, major general, lieutenant general, and then general of the army. No general of the army right now. So he was pretty high ranking. I just left him alone because I was in civilians, and if I were in ACUs or OCPs, I would have said good afternoon, sir. But either way, it was an interesting story. It's pretty funny. Me and my battle buddy, we laughed about it because it was pretty funny. So that's a funny story for today, and now I know what we're going to talk about today. So I figured since it's a Sunday, we can make Sundays more of like a religious talk, since I'm a huge Christian, and I think about religious issues all the time, and all this stuff runs through my head, and so I have all these things. But there's so what I want to talk about today, it's been on my mind for a long time. Well, not a long time. The past few weeks, it's just been on my mind, stuck in my head. I can't shake this thought. And the thought is, what is 10%? I know, because we're called as Christians to give 10% of our money, and in my opinion, it shouldn't just be our money. It really shouldn't. When I was in basic training, I had a battle buddy. We were at the ATM, and he was talking about how he was pulling out money for tithe, and he said he was pulling out $500 just for tithe, and I was like, wow. He's like, I just gotta make sure I get my 10% in. And I was talking, and he seemed to think that it was a requirement. You have to put 10%. And am I saying it's a requirement? No, I don't think it's a requirement that you have to put 10%. I think you should. I think it's a guideline. 10% is what you should give, but it really should be, you should be giving as much as you can. But yeah, he was giving exactly 10% of what he had, and I watched him in church the next Sunday throw that pile of cash. It was intense. He threw it in church. So I was very impressed with him, but it was just interesting because, in my opinion, You don't have to give 10%. It should be whatever you can give, you should be giving. And you shouldn't be holding back money because you want to get that Xbox, or you want to get that you want to get that new book that's out, that new movie, or something, anything special to you. That you shouldn't be holding back money. You shouldn't be like, oh, but I want to do this. No, you should be giving. God calls us to give. But let's take it a step farther. What is 10% of what we have instead of 10% of just our money? Because if you think about it, we could instead of getting money, we could get paid in other things. We could get paid in items. And so there are ways of, like, you can get money without actually getting money. if you understand what I'm saying. Like, for instance, if you work for somebody, they can't always pay you with money. So sometimes people can't pay with money, so they'll bake you food or stuff like that. You're not always paid in money. So instead of thinking 10% of our money, think of 10% of what we have. What is 10% of what we have? And so I really started breaking that down and really going into detail of what is 10%. So 10% of, let's say 10% of my money now, I get about $600 every 2 weeks. It's about $1,200 a month. So that means I should be giving $120 every month. I've been giving a lot more than that, actually. But then you think of what else do we have? We have time, we have love, we have objects, we have family, we have friends. 10% of everything we have is so much more than you can imagine. It's 10% of your time. The average person lives to be 80 years old, we'll say. I don't know an exact number, but lives to be 80 years old. That's 8 years of their life that they should be giving to furthering God's kingdom. 8 years of their life. If the capacity that humans have to love is so immense, think about what 10% of that would be. 10% of your love that you can give. Are you going to give it all to your video games, your teddy bear, your girlfriend, your wife? Are you going to single one person out and say they get all my love? No. And think about what 10% of that love is. You should, in my opinion, you should be giving it to the rest of the world. And it's just, in my day alone, in one day alone, with the time back on time thing. Again, I'm disorganized as heck. You're gonna get used to that. 24 hours of it. 24 hours. 10% is 2.4 hours, which comes out to 2 hours and 24 minutes. Yes, 2 hours and 24 minutes. That's 2 hours and 24 minutes. I get 3 hours of personal time a day. So how do I give 2 hours and 24 minutes of my time towards furthering God's kingdom? Well, it's in the way we act. It's in the way we talk to people. You're not necessarily going to be like knocking on people's doors saying, follow Jesus, he's the only way. I mean, that's how they did in the old days, but nowadays people just kind of slam the door in your face. So 10% of your time should be spent, at least 10%. It should be more than that. It should be way more than that, but 10% of your time should be spent showing people what love is, showing people what it means to live as a Christian, just showing them. You don't even have to like point it out to them because they see it. Everyone sees the way you act. So that's just been on my mind lately. If you have any comments, leave them down below, because like I want to hear what you have to say on the subject. And I think we're gonna make this a daily thing. Sundays are gonna be some sort of religious message, whatever. So other things I have to mention again. Aliyah Nishala is going to Guatemala to help thousands of homeless people in the city dump. Okay, that are living in the city dump. Okay, I think it was like 11,000. Okay, I'll have a link down in the description. Go donate to that. She's doing something awesome with her life while she's consumed with college stuff. That's really awesome. Go donate to that. My brother, who's going to be doing the channel with me, I'll see if I'll talk to him about that. There'll probably be a link to his channel in the description, so you can watch both of our vlogs. It's going to be really interesting. We're going to talk about similar topics, stuff like that. yeah, and that's everything. So have a great day. Like the video. Subscribe, please. I want to get these videos out there. And that's a wrap.